Hey guys, how you doing? Hope you're doing okay. I'm going to read through the article thoroughly in a moment. I'll start off with an overview, and there's a link in the description if you'd like to look through that closely yourself. It is a tragedy. A 15-year-old boy has been arrested and charged with murder after police and authorities believe he is responsible for the arson of his family home. He set, according to the authorities, what is believed to be the case is that he set his family's home on fire, and in the process of that, his 10-year-old sister Zoe was killed. She was in her bedroom. The bedroom was windowless. It's a single-story home, and she died. The mother and two children escaped. I think I'm right in saying two cats also died. The boy was arrested. He was found several hours after the fact, after the blaze, which destroyed the home. He was found several hours after at a different location. So, in essence, I need to be careful with my wording, but in essence, the authorities believe that he set fire to the property and then did a runner, hid out somewhere, a little way away. So that's pretty much the overview, and of course, full condolences to the family, who must be shattered, destroyed, sickened. Their 10-year-old baby girl, Zoe McHugh, killed in a house fire, their home destroyed, and their 15-year-old son, or their 15-year-old brother, that I believe the mother has 5 children. Their 15-year-old son has seemingly murdered his sister and destroyed the family home. So the family naturally is going to be completely emotionally, mentally destroyed by this, and we of course pray that they are able to recover at some point in time. It's not going to be anything in the short term. There is a GoFundMe which I'll point to. There will be a link in the description, but we'll just have a look at this now. Let me refresh. They've got a $50,000 goal, and I'm a little bit disappointed with the amount that they've raised so far. Very low, shockingly low, to be honest with you. It should be way higher than that. I don't mean to be hypocritical. I'm not one for donating. I would like to. I just don't have the available funds to do so. But I would like to have seen that to exceed their $50,000 goal, given that they've lost their entire house and their 10-year-old daughter, and their 15-year-old son is, going to be going through his issues. I would not blame the family or the parents for one iota. I would not blame them if they were to abandon their 15-year-old son. I would have to, personally. So look, there's my overview. Again, there is the GoFundMe link in the description, and we'll now just read through the details more thoroughly. If you do like this type of content and the approach that I have, please do like, comment, subscribe, but I'll go through the details for those that want to have all of the details. A 15-year-old boy has been arrested for allegedly setting fire to his Georgia home and killing his 10-year-old sister in the process. Zoe McHugh, 10 years of age, an innocent young lady, a girl at the start of her life, a baby still, many would say. Zoe McHugh, 10 years of age, was found dead, trapped inside her windowless bedroom after a fire broke out at her family's single-story home in Loganville, Beaver Road. This happened shortly before 5 a.m. on Sunday. Gwinnett County firefighters have since said that they do believe the fire was intentionally set, and police are investigating the girl's death as a homicide. It is unclear what has led to that assessment, but my take on it is they seem to be pretty confident. And also my take on it, I have a lot of faith in the experts. The experts, the police, the authorities, medical examiners, Firefighters, the fire chiefs, etc., they know what they're doing. They've been doing this for decades. They've had a lot of technology, a lot of science thrown at their investigations. They know what to look for. They know how to look for what they're looking for. I just have a lot of faith that they get a lot of things right nowadays. Wind the clock back 50, 60 years, perhaps not the case, but nowadays they have the expertise, is my take on it. They have already arrested the girl's 15-year-old brother. The boy's name is not disclosed as he is a minor, but he's been investigated for being responsible for the girl's death, so that is a homicide or murder charge. The boy is now facing charges of felony murder, malice murder, and arson, as police and fire department officials continue to investigate. The blaze destroyed the McHugh family's home, as well as killed their 2 cats. So there is the home. 100% destroyed. You know, no possessions would be left by the look of it. They would have been lucky to have grabbed anything by the look of it, I'm guessing. But, I mean, that's a very thorough blaze. It looks like it spread quickly. I don't know what I'm talking about, but it's, you know, it spread quick enough to be destroyed by the time the firefighters got there, or shortly thereafter. Gwinnett County firefighters arrived on the scene of the single-story home shortly before 5 a.m. on Easter Sunday to discover the home engulfed in heavy flames. A mother of 5 and 2 of her children had already escaped the home before crews arrived, while the father and a teenage sibling were at work when the fire broke out. So, according to my maths, that would leave the 15-year-old boy and the 10-year-old girl. The fire department officials were told that 2 children, a 15-year-old boy and a 10-year-old girl, were believed to be stuck inside the home. Multiple aggressive search attempts were executed to locate the 2 missing children. After the fire was brought under control, tragically, a 10-year-old female victim was located deceased in a room which was used as a bedroom without any window access. Firefighters then continued to sift through the debris for hours looking for the boy, the 15-year-old, before he was found safe at around 9 a.m. at another location. He did not appear to have any injuries. That boy, who has not been named as he's a minor, was arrested just a few hours later, and officials said they determined the fire was intentionally set, but no charges against him have been announced and a motive is not yet known. I mean, I'll throw this in there as well. If this is right, if the 15-year-old boy is guilty of this heinous crime, which led to the death of his sister and the destruction of his family home, I would think a 15-year-old is going to be making mistakes. I mean, like I said a moment ago, I know I'm doing a little bit of a ramble, but I have a lot of faith in the investigators and the firefighters, fire chiefs, investigators. I've got a lot of faith in them in any case. But add to that the fact that a 15-year-old is going to be making mistakes. What do they know about covering their tracks in regards to an arson attack? You know, I guess that's why the police were able to arrest him so quickly just a few hours after. I mean, they wouldn't risk arresting a boy whose sister just died unless they were extremely confident that he's the guilty party. The article says here, no charges against him have been announced and a motive is not yet known. I think we did read that he's been charged with murder or homicide. Maybe he hasn't quite been charged with that yet, but the police do view it as homicide. Family members have said smoke alarms were installed throughout the home but did not activate when the fire began. It's still an active investigation. It's been treated as homicide. Gwinnett police detectives are working closely with arson investigators throughout the duration of this investigation. The father, William McHugh, the patriarch of the family, was at the local Waffle House with his teenage daughter at the time of the fire when a co-worker broke the news to him. Here's a quote from the co-worker. "I went over to her and she told me I had to go home. There was a fire. I tried to get this is a quote from the father. I went over to her and she told me I had to go home. There was a fire. I tried to get a hold of my wife and said, come home. When he got home, he saw the devastation with their family home suffering from extensive damage. And, unfortunately, he was informed that his child had died. He remembers Zoe as being a young leader, and the father says she kind of like takes the lead and be in charge. She's a handful of a 10-year-old and wants to be the boss of everybody. That's little Zoe." And he asks for prayers, love, and support. He says that it is a wonderful community, so he hopes that he gets the support that the family will need. We hope that too. And we send our prayers. Again, we have the GoFundMe. I'm going to say it again. Disappointingly low amount raised so far, $1,800. I think perhaps you can't quite see that. So let me move that over there. $1,815 raised of a $50,000 goal. So I would like to see that to be much higher. Don't get me wrong. I'm not trying to pressure anyone to donate. I'm just mentioning it as lower than I feel that it ought to be. But I'm hypocritical. I'm not in a position to donate myself, unfortunately. I'm going to be wrapping things up at this point. If you do like this type of topic, if you think I've done a half decent job of covering the topic, please do show me some support. A like, comment, subscribe, share the video. Have a look at some of the other videos that I have on the channel. I am trying to make multiple videos of a true crime nature, so true crime incidences of various kinds that have happened today or yesterday, certainly very recently. I'm trying to make multiple videos most days, not quite every day, because seemingly I'm needing a mental break every now and then, but most days. So if you do like this type of content, please do stick around, watch some other videos, have a look at a playlist or such. And but more importantly, take care, look after yourselves, look after your family, make sure that you do have smoke alarms installed. And again, prayers to for the family and the little 10-year-old girl, Zoe McHugh.